So look at this. This is a kind of an older video, but it is emblematic of all the globalists that are currently in power in Europe, in the West, and their mindset, their mentality. They truly believe this nonsense that because the demographics of Europe are declining, because we're not having that many children, that the solution is to replace our people with Africans. Take a listen. This is Bono, Bono's chief of his NGO, Bono the singer.
Educating every younger person on the importance of these issues, just as the envelope that Sean Barrett mentioned.
Yes.
And so I think something like that would be a very good idea, not just to justify the aid program,
No.
but to get people to think about the other differently, because as Africa's population doubles, a lot of them, whatever the circumstances, will be coming to Europe. As economic migrants or as refugees, they will be coming. Many of them. And that is a good thing if they come in to a place that has an open mind and whose economies are doing well. Because we will be senile. We will be senescent demographically. We will need their youthful energy to do stuff.
So there it is. He's heaping scorn on Europeans. They will be senile. They won't be able to do anything. We need them to do stuff. We need to replace our own people so that we can do stuff. I mean, they never explain how this is good for us. You know, they completely just overlook and sidestep all the problems that come, the integration problems, the skyrocketing crime rates, people living in the streets like vagabonds, like in Paris. They whitewash all the negatives of mass migration and just tell you, well, we need them to do stuff. Yeah, well, the solution is not to import Africa to Europe and thus convert Europe to Africa. The solution is to incentivize births in Europe. If we absolutely need immigrants, okay, we can get some immigrants from other European countries. There's plenty of Eastern Europeans that would like to move to Western European countries, and they're much more highly skilled and highly educated than the people coming from Africa. And then they're brain draining Africa. It's not even good for them because all the smart people are going to leave Africa, and who's left to sustain those countries? And it's just the cycle will continue. Those countries will never develop if their people just run away and don't fix their own countries, don't build businesses in their own countries, schools, hospitals, etc. They need to stay there to run their own countries and make them better. But that's not what these globalists are encouraging. They're encouraging this invasion, this mass population transfer to Europe to replace Europeans. Now, is this driven by malice? Is this guy, does he have some kind of hatred of Europeans? I don't know. I can't read his mind, but what he's advocating for is nuts. Now, Bono's NGO has been accused of all kinds of improprieties. Bono apologizes as accusations of bullying and abuse hit his charity. They go through, there's various articles going through this scandal here. A female worker at Bono's charity was ordered to seduce a politician and was demoted when she refused. It says Bono's partner in socially responsible investment firm is charged in college fraud scandal. This article here says the one charity took in $14.9 million in donations from philanthropists, of which $184,000 actually went to charity, to the cause they claim they support. More than $8 million was spent on executive and employee salaries. So his NGO is a total scam. It is a fraud to pay people enormous salaries to do nothing, or to help destroy Europe, because that's what Bono's NGO is all about. It's to bring Africans to Europe, or it's to deliver aid to Africa. It's just like it's like a mafia. They're feeding the corrupt dictators in Africa with this foreign aid, and they're bringing people to Europe, or helping them, or incentivizing them to come to Europe to torment us and destroy our cultures and destroy our continent. Bono absolutely sucks. And I do believe there is an element of malice to this because Bono, at one of his concerts a few years ago, he was mocking one of the right wing parties in Sweden, the Sweden Democrats, and he says, you know, we do, he was talking about Sweden being this white blonde country, and he said boring. Again, mocking Europeans. He's mocking the native people of Europe. He hates them, and that's why he's committed his life to weakening and undermining Europe and transforming the continent into something that will be much, much worse than the one that we had decades ago. Screw Bono. He sucks. He's an idiot. He's totally aloof and doesn't live in the real world. He lives in a gated community with his millions of dollars. He doesn't have to face the diversity himself. And that's always the case with these limousine liberals, is that they advocate for diversity and multiculturalism, but they never actually want to live among it, right? They live in the most white, upper class gated communities. All their friends are white, upper class as well. And so they don't have to face the consequences of what they're advocating for. It's sick, folks. Subscribe to the channel, Mart Paul X, Martinez Politics here on YouTube. Share the video, like the video, hit the notification bell. You can find me on X, Martinez_clips, or Martinez Politics with an X on Telegram. We'll see you in the next video.